want to take a moment to explain the rule set for tyrants. Loyalty is a tool, obedience is a policy. Your cause will mean nothing to you, only what it gets you. And when it's time to burn your soldiers, you light the match, no one else. Your society will be orchestrated as such. You at the top, you in second place, you in third. A circle of exceptionally loyal and disposable people right below you, and then your circle of nobles. That circle of nobles has their managers and they run your empire. All you run is them. Anything that falls apart, you burn one of them at the stake and make an example of. I don't care if it's not their fault. Especially if it's not their fault, so that the ones who are competent work even harder. Your enforcement brigade, the Praetorian class, or in American society, the police, are violent arms of your extreme ambition. But they are not to carry out your exact atrocities. You need to have a special wing for that, led directly by you, sometimes participated in as a direct commander and active hand. Because again, loyalty is a tool and obedience is a policy. You can have loyalty, but you need to inspire obedience. And nothing makes people who are trying to live a good life more obedient than fear, right? What do they need to fear from one man with an army? Not just violence, they could fight that back. A whole bunch of people in armor ain't all that much against an entire nation full of farmers. But how do you keep all of them loyal to you so that none of them come to your castle and burn it down and free themselves? Well, you maintain control of all resources through their obedience. Because again, loyalty is a tool, but obedience is a policy. You set forth laws that they enforce upon themselves. Things like don't steal from each other, don't kill each other, don't help each other. And anyone that breaks that law, you send your violent Praetorian arm to capture, incarcerate, and make examples of. Any who manage to defy that example, you then send your special wing to execute in public, or privately, and then make sure that their death is public. Your goal again is to ensure that no one has even the slightest inkling of an idea that they're going to try to rebel. And every single one of them that you think even smells of it, you destroy. This goes well beyond just putting shock collars on your guards. That means deciding whether or not their children eat. That means having the power to feed one of their children to their mother. That means making them prepare the meal. Now, a lot of y'all are real disturbed by that last thing, but if you're not ready to make someone cook their children to feed to their wife, you're not ready to be a CEO / billionaire / tyrant or any of that shit. You might actually be a decent person with a fucking soul, which makes it real difficult for you to find a way out of that system, because you're going to have to do some real dark shit to get out of the tyrant's cone of control. I'm just saying, a lot of y'all are not ready to fight a tyrant. Not for real. You're going to protest, you're going to do petitions, you're going to run for office, you're going to vote, you're going to try going with a civic route, you're going to try to be civilized about it. But in the end, the only way to finish a tyrant is to kill him. You have to take his head from his shoulders, bring it to his front gate, put it on a pike, and then give it to the people. You have to take his crown, peel the jewels out of it, and throw him in the moat. You have to invalidate every single iota of every symbol that gave them power. Because if you don't, if that throne remains there, then all it takes is for the next tyrant to come along and put their ass in it. And if you allow the consequences for helping your neighbor to continue to be higher than the ones for harming them, well,